guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today it's going to be another quick video. So many of you ask about stamps and making your own stamps, and I've done a few videos on this, and I'll link them at the end of this video. But I'm going to show you a few ways. If I know that if you've been with me for a while, you've seen these, but unfortunately for me, I have a lot of new subscribers, and a lot of them are new to this, so I'm going to do a quick video on it. So as you can see, I move this stuff over here. I have made some stamps out of kids' fun foam, and I've been asked this quite a bit lately about the fun foam. Now, this is Crafter's Square foam sheets. These are 4 inches by 6 inches. You get 32 pieces in here, and you can see these are thin. They come in all kinds of colors, which really doesn't matter, but if you take one out, I mean, they're very thin. You can rip them. That's how thin. Now, I like buying the thicker ones. They come in different sizes, but you know, I know that they're more expensive. So if you use, like if you go to Michael's or AC Moore, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, what have you, you can use a coupon and get them cheaper. You know, you can get 40% off and that kind of thing. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. I will link down below on Amazon to get a pack. If you are interested, just click the link down below. I get a couple cents from that if you buy from any of my links. I appreciate it. If not, look, go to your local craft store, or if you're lucky and you have kids, you might have this sitting around, because I always had this stuff sitting around. So let's get to getting. Okay, so what I did was I just drew a rose. These are my new obsession. I talked about these the other day. I've been like drawing and perfecting my, I don't even know if it's a rose. It's just a flower. I'm digging it. Okay. So you can see what I did was, because I always get asked about ink pads and paint. A lot of you do not have ink pads. I totally get it. But when the next time you go to your local dollar store, or even AC Moore and Michael's, they have a dollar bin, and you guys can go and see. And even though they're water soluble, which means if I go over this with water or another paint or something like that, it will move, you know, like watercolor paint. To play with and to use in your mixed media, you know, I would advise it. I use, this is Adirondack. I use Stays On. There's a million of them. Memento, that are permanent. These are acid-free and non-toxic. This is in black, but I mean, there's a million. And those are the ones that I use mostly, but I do have some, you know, ones that are water soluble as well. Okay. So let me show you. And what I get asked all the time is, can I use that with paint? Yes, you can. So I wanted to show you, I drew this, I did it with the black ink pad, and then I went to do it with paint and did not wipe off the black ink pad, which I dig this kind of look. You might not. So then I wiped it off and I did it with just the acrylic paint, which is just your normal folk art acrylic in magenta. I drew it, I did it with paint, I did it with an ink pad, I drew it, did it with an ink pad, did it with paint. Now you can see here when I put the paint on, I did a little bit of thickness in the lines, which gives it a completely different look as well. But if that happens, you can just go through and clean it off. You know, just have a light hand when you're adding the paint. Doesn't matter what paint you use. So all I did, and these little edges, these little pieces, that's why I do these little, you know, little boopies around, because I like to do, you know, backgrounds. I just take it, let me move this for a second, and I use a pencil, whatever pencil you have. Maybe you have a stylus or anything like that, but use the back side of a paintbrush. It doesn't matter. I'll do it this way this time, and I folded it over only to give me a little bit of more, you know, cushion for the pushing, to give me a little bit more to put in there. And to do the flower, now I'll mess it up, right? I did this the other day. I go in and I just kind of, I push hard. You want to push hard. That's why using a, and I just do little squiggles, like a doll pencil or pen, or a pen that's, how many of us have pens that ran out of ink? I do, because I use pens all the time, or gel pens, use those as well. And then I just kind of go around and push hard and make it like that. And then I just keep going. I'll put like a little boop in there. Take it from the top. This one will be smaller. Just like that. Not a big deal. And like I said, you can really just make it as wild as you want. And then I'll add in a stem, which I like to go over a few times so I really get, you know, a nice stem. And then go in with your leaves. As simple as that. It looks a little, you know, a little crazy there. You can go back in, you know, I could sit for hours and play. But anyway, that's what I did. And then I took my scissors and cut this extra piece off. Now, you can go in, which is what I did with the other one, and cut it. I'm not a fussy cutter, but you definitely can kind of go in and make it a little closer if you want, or fussy cut and just leave like a 1/4 inch on the outside. I am not that person, but I'll do that. And I never throw these little pieces out because I am cheap. So, you know, I can mark on these ones, you know, and really go in and make these little pieces work for me. So just set those aside, and then I have that one. And then, I mean, you can do words, make sure you write them backwards. You can do different shapes. Like the other day I did and then just do them everywhere. I did the circles, as you can see here. I just drew the circles. So, you know, again, just you can make them not connect. You can make them connect. It doesn't matter. You can do hearts, because you know I love me a good heart. I'm really just going to show you this so I can show you stamping with that it is working. It wasn't just because I, you know. Now, something else that is really fun, let me know down below if you want to see them. I like to take a piece of cardboard and I will cut pieces and glue them on to make other stamps. If you want to see that, let me know down below and I will gladly do that for you. I just don't want to bombard, you know. Okay, so you can see, very, very, very simple. And the circles, all I did was drew them and make them connect. I mean, they're not really great circles, but you get it. You get it. And I'm just making, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take these. Let me show you how these work first, since I just did these two. And then I'll show you a background using them. I'm going to lay some of this down. But see, like this little piece. Oh, okay, Cal, these nails need cut so bad. They're getting so long. This is good. This is what you glue on a piece. And, oh, gosh, the goodness. And like I said, I wanted to show these thin pieces because, all right, I'm just going to lay these like this. I like to take this and I will lay it down and give it a little push just to get that ink. And then lift it off. And you can see now, if I can see where I don't have ink, which is in the middle there, I'll just go over it like this, which you might want to do in general, you know, anyway. So it's up to you. You do you, boo. And then I just lay it down. Bam. Watch. Bam. See that? How you like me now? All right. So let's do this. Well, that's pretty cool too. I'm not hating on that flower. That looks pretty good. Okay. And I'll just do the same thing here. I'll just kind of rub it around. Oh, my stomach. I hope you didn't hear that growl. That was, girl, you're hungry. Okay. Okay. And I like to give it a little push just because it helps it make contact with the paper. But look at that. What? Oh, yes. So, I mean, gosh, I say this all the time. Sit down with the kids or if you have grandkids, let them draw and have a blast. I've drawn girls and odd girls and done all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to bore you with long videos because a lot of people don't like those. Which baffles my mind, but hey. Okay. Not just for me. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want a long video of me either, but I mean, I love watching other people's long videos. Because I put them on and then I do my stuff, you know, I'll straighten up or clean or draw or whatever, and it just is entertaining, but some people don't like that. Okay, so I wipe that off because it will mix and we don't want that. Now I have a brush. You want the brush to be dry. You don't want it to, you can dampen it so it's more flexible, but make sure all the extra water. And then I'm just going to pull a little bit and then I'll turn my brush over a little bit. We'll do this one first. And just lightly, because you don't want it to get in the nooks and crannies like you would butter if you're going for that English muffin. Okay. Okay. And then push it down. Lift it up. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? So that is that one. Now, listen, I'm doing one color here. I'm a doing a. But think about this. Think if you get a piece and you draw a nice big flower on it, which I'm going to do, not on camera, but anyway, do your flower. And then like do the outside. You can add a little bit of white to this and make the inside, and then do like these green and then stamp it. I mean, you can really play, which you can do with any stamp, obviously, but you know, if you want to have fun and make your own stamps, why not? Why not have fun and make it yours? Okay. And just give it your push. Lift it up, and there you go. So you get, you know, all this greatness. So let's say I have an ATC card and I don't know what to do for the background. Now don't throw this away. If you do something like this and you're like, oh, I'm going to save it because I can use this as a mixed media background, and so can you. So we're just going to do this very quickly. Let's see what we have, and I'm just going to show you a little background. What happened to my other piece? I don't know. Did it stick? I don't know where he went. My other piece went AWOL, I guess. I don't know. No, it's right here backwards because I'm oh goodness gracious, girl. All right, well, let's go on with some paint. Like I said, very lightly. I'm not going to worry if I get everything or not. I just want background. And you just kind of start. Now, this could be a white piece. Like, this is obviously blue, but, you know, you can do a white piece, which this would show up better, but this is what I have sitting here, so. And I can go in with this. Or you can just keep stamping. That would look cool, too. If we do like that. And like that. And we're starting a background. I mean, come on. All from just playing around with this. And then if we do a darker color, do I have a darker color sitting here? Let's do a little, really don't want to do a black rose, but if I'm made so, I will. Come on, squeeze out there. My hands are just not wanting to play today. There we go. And I'll just mix it with this, just to make this darker. Yeah. And go in. Now, if you're getting a little dry, you can add like a teeny bit of water. You don't want it too watery because then it will go into all the divots. But rules are made to be broken, right? So I'm going to take this and lay this, and let's see what happens. Oh, it's like watercolory. Well, I'm not hating on that. I'll push down hard on this one, see if it, because I didn't push hard on that one. I kind of scribbled it, and you really can't see on there. So that black didn't do much of anything. Watered down with the pink. Come on. There. I'm just using my folk art paint. That I love. That I love. Yeah, that's going to be black. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't talking about love. All right. Right into the, okay. Pushing it, we're pushing it around. Too black. I knew I shouldn't use black. That's all right. I should have stamped off on something first to get the majority of it off. And then it would have come up like that. Nice. Okay, you guys get what I'm saying, right? Right. A lot of fun. Don't use black unless you stamp off first, because then you'll get a black mess. Although I do love me some black, but that I don't love, so. Okay, there you go. Now, when I screw up, this is what I do. When I use acrylic paint, I'll go in and erase it off with some water. Not a big deal. All you'll do now, my pink's already started, what's it called? Drying. Okay. So then what I will do is I will just go back in with some of my magenta. I swear today. Oh, see, that's what happens. Because I squeeze too hard because my hands aren't working, and then you see what happens? It's too much. But I'll use that in the painting, another painting. Because I'm not letting that crap go to waste. It's not crap, it's good stuff, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm going to show you something. Do you see how in here now these, like I got some paint in those little things. So when I put them down, they're going to be a little mush and mush. So if you just take, you can even use what you used to draw it. And I'll just tap off to get some of that off. And then you can go in and, you know, and see. It just gives a different look. But I mean, look. Not hating it. And then I like to go in. I'm not a stamp wiper, but I will go in because I don't want anything to dry in the crevices. So like I'll do that, or on like a paper towel, or even on another piece of paper to kind of get out, you know, these kind of things, because I don't want that in there when I am going to stamp. Do you know what I mean? So I just kind of clean it out. But you can see. You can start a background, and if it was on white paper, you definitely can. But I'm not here to, you know, I'm just here to show you how to make these stamps. So, I hope that you guys will try these stamps, maybe have a better, you know, do a little better job than me on that. But I'm, like I said, I'm not hating on it because I love stamp pads, because it happens. I mean, it happens to all of us that sometimes we think that a color's good, and then you go to put it down, and it doesn't work for you. So let me know down below if you want me to make some and show you how, which is, I'm sure you guys already probably know, where you cut it and make different stamps. Oh, I like that look. Look at that. Kind of like this shadow. Okay. And yeah, let me know down below. I would appreciate seeing it. And to all you guys out there who are new to mixed media and art journaling and ATCs and all that, welcome to our humongous art community here on YouTube. There are so many wonderful people out there that you can check out to learn from as well. There's certain things I don't do well, and others do. So that's kind of, you know, the yin and yang of YouTube. So as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.